Hello guys, so let's review the concept of indices. So before we can be able to solve the indices problem, we have to master all the laws of indices. Very important. Without those laws, you cannot solve a question on indices because in some questions you might have to use a 1 to 3, 4, 5. In fact, you can use all if possible, but sometimes we can use two laws of indices to solve one particular question. The first one that we have here is that when we have x raised to power m times x raised to power n, we discover that the bases are equal. What the law says we should do is that we pick one of the base, then we add up the powers. So that is why we said that x raised to power m times x raised to power n is equals to x raised to power m plus n. So also the second one is when we have x raised to power m divided by x raised to power n. So what we do is that we pick one of the bases. As far as the bases are equal, then we subtract the powers. Then we come to the third one. You discover that we have x raised to power m into raised to power n. The law says that we should take the base, then the powers should multiply themselves because this bracket is a sign of what? Multiplication. Then we have our x raised to power m times n. Then when we have number 4, x raised to power m all over n, you discover that the power of this x here in number 4 is a fraction. The power is a fraction. The law says that the denominator will take the root of the base, while the numerator, which is the one on top of the fraction, will take the power of the x. You see the way we place them here. We have root n root x raised to power m. That is the n root of x raised to power m. That is what you now have. Then the fifth one is that when we have a raised to power m all over b raised to power m, you discover that the bases are not equal in this context. What is equal is the power. So the power are the same. What you do is that you can bring in a all over b into the power. Therefore means when you put them into this bracket, the a and the b are now sharing the power together. So that is why we can put them into bracket, then we raise the both of them to the power of m. Then the other one, the sixth one, is that when we have a raised to power m times b raised to power m, you discover that the powers are also equal here while the bases are different. You can multiply the bases together, and together you raise them to the power of n. This one helps you to what? To combine the number conveniently since the powers are equal. The seventh one is that we have a raised to power minus m. A raised to power minus m. When you have this kind of a question before you, or in this law, what is trying to tell us that when we have a raised to power minus m or any number, what we do is that we take the reciprocal of the number, and the minus will be the reciprocal of a, while the a will take the power of the number or the variable that we have here. That is why we have it as 1 all over a raised to power m. Then the eighth one is that we all know that anything raised to the power of 0 is equals to 1. When 50 is to the power of 0 is equals to 1. When a is to the power of 0 is equals to 1. So these laws are the laws that helps us to be able to provide solutions to all initial problem or all indices problem, or we can call it all index problem. So when we master all this, I believe in subsequent time when we begin to do some examples concerning indices, we will get to understand what we are doing. Thank you very much.